Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes finally won the championship. These should be things you don't know. I guess the most anticipated this year is Xiao Zhan's version of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero. Although it is not very ideal in the domestic market, the film has received a very good response in Thailand 10 days away from 2025 in March. The movie The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero, directed by Sui Hark and starring Xiao Zhan, was released simultaneously in Bangkok and Chiang Mai, Thailand. The film grossed 1.64 million baht on the first day of its release, setting the best opening record for Chinese-language films in Thailand and breaking Xiao Zhan's personal box office record in Thailand. As of February 25, the film's box office continued to rise in the first week of its release in Thailand, successfully winning the Thai Box Office Weekly Championship, becoming another phenomenal work of Chinese-language films in the overseas market. The box office performance of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero in Thailand is amazing. The first-day box office of 1.64 million baht not only surpassed the previous film Zuzyan starring Xiao Zhan, 1.34 million baht, but also broke the first-day box office record of Chinese-language films in Thailand in recent years. After the film was released, the box office trend was stable, and the cumulative box office in the first week is expected to exceed 9.5 million baht, far exceeding the first week box office of 5.72 million baht of Zuzyan. The Thai media highly praised the box office performance of the film, calling it a phenomenal cultural event, and believed that Xiao Zhan's appeal and the resonance of Jin Yong's IP were the key to the success of the film. In addition, the film has also triggered a wave of movie watching in Southeast Asian countries such as Malaysia. The Malaysian princess publicly praised Xiao Zhan for starting from the Untamed, which made me feel the sincerity and power of Chinese culture. Overseas audiences highly praised Xiao Zhan's Guojing, believing that he successfully gave the character a fresh vitality. Some viewers said that Xiao Zhan not only looks close to Guojing's simplicity and perseverance, but also showed the character's growth and chivalrous spirit through delicate acting. In the film, the duel between Xiao Zhan and Du Yangfeng, played by Tony Leung Ka-fei, became a highlight. Tony Leung Ka-fei's superb acting skills and Xiao Zhan's outstanding performance complement each other, adding a tense and exciting atmosphere to the film. In addition, supporting roles such as Hwang Kigan played by Hu Jun and Li Ping played by Ada Choi also added a lot of color to the film and won unanimous praise from the audience. The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero not only achieved success at the box office, but its content also sparked widespread discussion. Through the growth story of Guojing, the film shows the spiritual core of the greatest hero, serving the country and the people. Xiao Zhan shared his understanding of hero during the roadshow. Chivalry is not giving up in the face of difficulties, and it is the persistence of caring about the people and helping others. The visual effects of the film are also impressive. Director Sui Hark has demonstrated his profound skills in action design and scene construction. Although some viewers think that the martial arts scenes rely too much on special effects, the overall picture texture and rhythm control of the film are still excellent. Although the film's reputation in China is controversial, its performance in overseas markets has undoubtedly injected new vitality into Chinese-language films. In the future, as more high-quality Chinese-language films go overseas, the global influence of Chinese culture will surely be further enhanced. The overseas success of Xiao Zhan's version of The Legend of the Condor Heroes may just be the beginning. The controversy over The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero has never stopped in the field of film reviews, and the reputation has shown a very serious polarization. There are many abrupt and incomplete parts in the plot. In my opinion, the large number of cuts in the plot are the main reason why The Legend of the Condor Heroes has been criticized and scolded. The Legend of the Condor Heroes has cut many plots in order to pass the review. Even if everyone clearly noticed the signs of cuts, you still can't know exactly how much content has been cut. However, at present, we can only rely on a small piece of content shown in the tidbits and a small Easter egg to start our imagination. It's not the director, the screenwriter, or anything that is not done well, it's just a pity. Guo Jing and Wang Rong led the disciples of the beggar gang to launch an attack. From the architectural situation of the art arrangement, it can be inferred that this action took place in the western regions. This is probably the scene before and after the fight with Yu Yangfeng. I don't think it was cut because of the length, but because the review was stuck review. The trailers and Easter eggs that have been released have revealed relevant content to the greatest extent, such as the filming of the Western expedition to Khwarezm and the training of the Wu New Testament. At the same time, because the entire Western expedition content was deleted, the plot of Guo Jing's 3 invasions and 3 defenses against Wu Yangfen was also adjusted to the front, located at the position where Wu Yangfen said narrow victory. The most prominent part of the Kimindunjia formation on Peach Blossom Island mentioned by Sui Hark in the interview is that Guo Jing studied the military formation method contained in Wu New Testament with the help of the beggar sect. The causal relationship between Liping's suicide was greatly weakened, and her lines were also changed accordingly. After Wang Rong secretly guided Guo Jing to comprehend Wu New Testament, Guo Jing led the Mongolian soldiers and the beggar sect disciples to wipe out all the invading enemies. There are 2 scenes that were not shown in the feature film but were placed in the trailer. One of the scenes is about the past experiences of Guo Jing and Xiao Zhan, which is probably a scene of transitional nature. The other scene is about Wang Rong changing her clothes and walking with the disciples of the beggar sect in the Mongolian army. Wang Rong leans over to avoid Guo Jing's gaze. Many of Wang Rong's roles in managing the beggar sect are no longer there, and the only part of the dog-beating stick technique is the close combat with Xiao Zhan. In the scene about rescuing Wang Rong, Guo Jing was already extremely tired, and at this time, Master Yiden suddenly appeared in front of everyone. However, Master Yiden, played by Wu Xingguo, only showed half of his side face, and the faces of the 7 freaks of Jiangnan were not seen at all. When I watched the movie The Legend of the Condor Heroes, I didn't pay much attention at the time, so now I want to know whether Master Yiden taught Guo Jing the 9 Yin manual. In the movie, what Master Yiden said probably means that he and Guo Jing comprehended the 9 Yin manual together to rescue Wang Rong. Right? Sui Hark said that the scene of Wu Yangfen flying down the snowy mountain rapidly and completely naked was indeed filmed. However, in the trailer, the 2 close-up shots of Guo Jing leaning sideways and looking up and crying during the confrontation with the Khan disappeared. In the film's tidbits, the part where Guo Jing fought with others in close combat was not shown in the feature film, which makes people feel that Guo Jing seems to have deleted a lot of scenes. There are also scenes where 4 little monsters were killed, but in the whole film, only 1 bad guy was killed, and the rest of the little monsters disappeared inexplicably, as if they had never existed. When the Western expedition to Khwarezm began, extremely rich battle formations and action arrangements were made, but these fierce war scenes were deleted in the film. Some clues can be seen from the Easter eggs at the end of the film. In the original script, Guo Jing's Western expedition and return to the south were closely related, and only in this way could the complete character arc of the characters in the movie be created. This section of content is of great significance and plays a key role in connecting the past and the future. Guo Jing assisted the Khan in launching the Western expedition and personally experienced the cruel treatment of prisoners of war by the Mongolian army. This was the starting point for him to oppose the war and protect Zhangyang. If this part of the content is greatly deleted, it will have an extremely bad impact on the integrity of the film. A lot of effort and resources were spent on the Western expedition to present Wu Muswell in a concrete way and extract the essence of war and action scenes. However, this section of content was taken away by the review, which made a lot of plots need to be connected through post-modification of dubbing. Coupled with the previous part of the recollection of the previous plot and the inserted content, the whole plot looks more fragmented and lacks coherence. Guo Jing was originally a young general who was highly valued by the Khan. He had a bright future and great potential. During the Western expedition, he witnessed the cruelty and ruthlessness of the war, the tragic situation of the suffering of all living beings, and deeply felt the suffering of all living beings under the war. It is precisely because of this that he suddenly woke up and realized that he must resolutely resist the war. Give up the luxury and wealth given by the Khan and return to the Central Plains to protect the people. The experience of the Western expedition is the key to the transformation of his entire ideology, reflecting his continuous growth, and it is also the core of this movie. Fans of the original work are well aware that the plot of the Great Army's Western expedition is not only extremely passionate and spectacular in its war scenes, but also plays a crucial role in the shaping of characters. If there is indeed a plot of the Western expedition in the movie, but it is deleted, it must be a heartbreaking regret. Whether in terms of the movie or the gold powder, this directly leads to a significant reduction in the quality of the film, which has a negative impact on the reputation of the audience. I have to admit that this is really a pity. If these contents are not deleted, it is really hard to imagine how wonderful the film will be. It should be emphasized that Xiao Zhan did not participate in the relevant performances of The Legend of the Condor Heroes. For such creations and discussions that lack factual basis, we must maintain a rational and objective attitude to prevent excessive entertainment and the spread of false information. At the same time, we should respect the hard work and dedication of every actor, and not make groundless ridicule or malicious interpretation. The actors have unique performances and contributions in their respective works, and we should look at their work with a positive and friendly attitude. Many people expressed dissatisfaction and complained about it, claiming that it was a costume idol drama. But in fact, it is not the case. Even for characters like Guojing and Wang Rong, their love process seems extremely hasty. Before they had time to have a good relationship, the plot couldn't wait to move forward.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.